Woohoo! I'm going bananas. What's up guys, it's Michael here and welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get pumped. I'm really new to this YouTube thing. I'm new to just talking to you guys through this lens. It's weird. I'm used to talking to people. But anyways, today I'll be sharing with you how to run your first campaign using MailChimp. Yes, I'm just going to guide you step by step on how you actually create a campaign using MailChimp. So let's go. So here we are in MailChimp. And of course, once you launch MailChimp, you'll want to go to all campaigns. So that's this cool button here in all campaigns, and then you'll go to create campaign. So of course, in MailChimp, you can create several types of campaigns. So you can create email campaign, which is it's originally known for, and you can create a customer journey, landing page, multi-channel designs. As a matter of fact, you can even run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, all sorts of ads using the MailChimp platform. Of course, using API and linking everything up. But that's for another. Yeah, we're here to learn how to run an email campaign. So you'll go up to email. I like to click regular email. So regular. You can choose plain text. Plain text would really mimic your traditional style email, just you typing in something and sending it out. That's basically, there's no HTML, there's no fluff to it. But we're going to use regular email. This allows for more text, more images, more media, so to speak. Regular. Give the campaign a name. So let's call it YouTube. I didn't go to good school, so I can't spell. YouTube bananas, because I'm going bananas. Test email. This is where you create a name for the email campaign, and then you press begin. Now that we have created the campaign, of course you can edit it here. There are basically 4 important phases of creating an email campaign. So the first phase is for you to choose an audience, indicate who the campaign is from, give the campaign a subject line, and of course create the content for it. So we're going to go step by step until we actually successfully create the campaign. So the first thing is to add a recipient. You need to create a list before you can actually send out an email. So I mean, I'm really stating the obvious here. If you haven't created an audience, you would need to import it from Excel, spreadsheet, manually upload the campaign. So your audience is basically your list of contacts, list of emails, their phone number, their names, and any other details that you have. If you have a CRM system, that would be great, or a sales system, that would be great for you to actually bring these over into MailChimp so that you can reach out to them, keep them up to date, maybe make them offers and close them. I already have several lists created. So I'm going to just use a list of persons that we've recently invoiced. So here I'm going to choose invoiced customers. This list has 435 persons in it. Choose that. And then this section here, segment or tag. MailChimp allows you to create segments. Essentially, you want to think of segments as being subsets of the main list, the broader list, so to speak. So you have the chance to actually use various ways of categorizing people and then send it to them. For example, you could actually use MailChimp to send to persons who you recently invoiced or invoiced in the last 5 working days. So you wouldn't send it to the entire list of invoiced persons, but only the persons that you invoiced within the last 5 working days. And that's just one example of how to use segments in MailChimp. And I'll get into that in another video. So you choose the list and of course press save. So now we want to indicate who the email is coming from. So we edit from here. You can put your name. So I could put Micheal Stewart, or let's say it's coming from a company, I could put the name Stewie's Greetings. And also put the email that it's from. I tend to put a combination whenever I'm sending out an email. So I would say Micheal, just to add some people element to it, so to speak, from Stew's Greetings. So who is this Micheal? It's the same Micheal that owns Stew's Greetings. So just to add some personality to the email, and I'll get into that a little bit more in the same email, in this same tutorial, sorry. So the next step now is to create a subject. So add subject, and let's just make up a subject line. Hey, I bet you never knew this. Of course, you could come up with a better subject line than this, but I'm just putting in a subject line here, and then the preview text. So the preview text is that line of text that you actually see before opening the email. So you usually see the name of the person, the subject line, and then a preview text, just a few words that indicates what's inside the email. So this is where you can actually put something. So, hey, I want to show you, oh boy, my spelling is off, show you something really cool today. Full stop. You won't regret it. Full stop. Now that we've created the subject line and the preview text, we'll hit save. And now we're down to the last section, which is to create the content, which is the body of the email. So we'll hit design email. All right, so here we are in the content section, so to speak, for the email. So the template selection section. So MailChimp has several options for us. We can choose a layout where just some basics, columns and rows. We can choose a theme. So MailChimp gives us some themes that we can actually choose. It serves as a starting point for us. So if you're not so heavy on the design and creative skills, you can actually choose from a lot of the themes that they have here. So you can start off with this. And of course, saved themes. So saved themes are the themes that you would have created and saved them in MailChimp as a template. And then campaigns. So campaigns allow you to choose templates from campaigns that you recently sent out, which is perhaps my favorite way of doing it, because campaigns usually have some elements that I would want to reuse. For example, down in the footer section that has a photo of myself and some links that are important to me. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm assuming that you have never sent out anything, so I'm going to start with where I started, which is to choose a layout. So for the layout, I'm going to choose simple. So simple text. And why am I choosing simple text? Because for one, I can add images and other elements if I want. And two, I prefer to send out text-based emails than image-heavy emails. And the reason for that is, for one, it looks more natural, because every company is sending out pretty much a flyer in the form of an email to persons. So in order to stand out, you be that guy that sends out something that people actually reads, some text. I usually start off by choosing a text-based email. So here we are in the section that allows us to create the email. So in this section here, this represents the body of the email, and to the right hand side represents some widgets, tools, elements that we can actually add to the email. So this is a text. We can add an image, we can add image plus text, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to just quickly show you how I do it. So you just start off by just deleting what's there. I'll leave this section here because this section allows persons to unsubscribe, and that's something very important to leave. You always want persons to have that option to unsubscribe from your email list. It benefits you and it benefits them, because if you have a lot of persons who don't want to receive your emails, you quickly end up in the spams, and it's difficult to get out of the spams. So I suggest that you leave this section on so that persons can easily unsubscribe from your email. So this is our headline section. So we could give it a headline, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the way that I normally do it. So I usually start off with the text. So it's a matter of dragging and dropping. And once we click the text here, we can edit the text in this area. So if you look to the right, I'm editing it here, and you're seeing it here appeared. So I usually go in Google Docs and type out, craft a message. And the reason for that, I want to bring out my personality in my emails. I want it to sound as if I'm actually speaking to them. I want, when they're reading, they're connecting with Stewie, they're connecting with Micheal. It sounds like a real person, and it gives me the opportunity now to even add some humor in my emails. So I usually spend some time before going into MailChimp. I'll use like an hour to sit down and think about what I'm going to send out, and also write it, type it inside Google Docs. And even if let's say I'm sitting in my car, I would just take out my phone and just, add some more to it, and then once I jump on the computer, I finish it up here. So that's usually my workflow for creating emails. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'll just be grabbing the good old lorem ipsum text, copy, and then paste, just so that you get an idea. All right, in terms of formatting text-based emails, what you're seeing here is the worst way to send out emails. So I usually literally separate it by lines or points, even words. So you'll find that I split up my emails into bite-sized pieces, so to speak, just so that persons don't feel intimidated to read it because they're seeing this clump of text. So this is how I do it. So that's how you add text. So I'm going to show you how I add images. So to add an image, it's just a matter of dragging and dropping. And you can play around with some settings related to it. I'll show you how. So here we have the image section. We're going to hit upload an image, and we can now choose from a wide variety of images that we would have uploaded to MailChimp system. We can upload from our hard drive. So once it's uploaded, we'll have access to it here. So here, as you can see, I've sent out a bunch of emails. So I have access to it. So I'm just going to choose a random image, insert. This is it. So let's say this image was too big for the body of the email. We can use this slider here to size it so we get it a bit smaller. And then there are some more options here. We want to add a border. We can add borders to it. We can play around with the color of the border, the thickness of the border. So let's say we wanted it to be 50 pixels. We could do that. So a whole bunch of stuff we can do. We can also go into settings and see what's there. Left align, right align. So for every element that you add to your MailChimp page, you will have options related to styling it and settings related to it. So I'm going to just turn off the border. I'll set it to none, and I'm also going to set the alignment to center. All right, so there we have it. And if we wanted to add another text, we could press save, close, then add another text block below the image, get our text, good old lorem ipsum. And of course, you should know that you should not send out a lorem ipsum in your email. I mean, just again stating the obvious. Here we have our clump of text. We're going through doing our formatting. And as I'm doing this, I want to suggest again to make your emails entertaining, make your emails enjoyable. I can't tell you how good it feels to have persons messaging us back to say, Mr. Stewart, thank you, I really enjoyed your email, or it was very helpful. So make it helpful, make it enjoyable, make it entertaining, and don't be afraid to to take off that tie, so to speak. Just be free, be relaxed, don't be too square shoulders. Just sound like a human being speaking to persons. If you feel like cracking a joke, crack a joke. If you feel like telling them a story, tell them a story. If you feel like telling them about an instant within the day, do that. People like to hear these things. It connects with them more. So that's how you actually create an email. And if you wanted to format the text, of course, it's almost like Microsoft Word. You can bold the text, well, change the color of the text, change the font size, all sorts of good stuff. So if you're used to Microsoft Word, this should be like familiar territory for you. So once we're good with the email, it's formatted well, the message is good, we press save and close, and then we'll press the continue button. And that now will bring you to where we started, where we had that 4 steps. So we have done, and you can actually see some ticks here to indicate that we have successfully done the important steps. So the only other step is for us to press the send button. And once you press the send button, it will go out to all your recipients. In my case, it will be 435 persons who are on my recently invoiced list. So that's how you create a basic email in MailChimp. So if you found value in this video, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit like. I'm trying to grow this channel, and your help would be much appreciated. And of course, I would love to hear from you. So send me a message in the comments. I'll be sure to reply. Until next time, peace out.